Hello YouTube. Today I'll be doing a review on this 2015 BMW 328i Wagon in this nice looking black color. So I've been driving the vehicle around a little bit today. I chose this car just because I like wagons. I've always been interested in these BMW wagons and Mercedes wagons. So I guess I'm just going to tell you a short review of what I think of this car and if it's worth buying. So we're going to start with some facts on this vehicle, and just, you know, stuff about the engine, etc., how many horsepower it has, just the stuff you'd want to know if you were interested in buying one of these vehicles. So the BMW 328i Wagon has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces 240 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. The 0 to 60 time on this vehicle is around 5.7 seconds, but this car does have an electronically limited top speed of 130 miles per hour. And that is not from me getting it up to that. I went on Google and I wanted to know the top speed and stuff, because why not, you know? You're getting a sporty wagon, you want it to be sporty. So that's how I found that out. This car also gets a pretty good fuel economy of 22 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway, which for a 4-cylinder engine, I'd expect around that, if not a little better. So compared to other vehicles that I've seen that are kind of like this, sedans, wagons, etc., it's about average to, you know, maybe lower average. Let's see, this 328i Wagon was also offered with 2 transmission types. You could have got an 8-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual transmission, which this wagon I have here today has the manual transmission. I don't know if you can see it in there. No, you can't. So we'll go around to where you guys can see it. Let's see. Here's the manual transmission in this vehicle. It's a unique vehicle to mess with the transmission in. I'm not sure what my opinion is on it. I'm not that big on the shifter, because you gotta hold the brake in and you gotta hit unlock and like tap it back or forward depending on where you want it. To put it in park, you hold in these unlock buttons right here and you hit park. So it's kind of quirky. It's definitely different. Not my thing, but it's not bad. I mean, it's better than having a dial. So considering this car is 10 years old, I think the exterior of it definitely holds up, but when you get to the interior on this thing, that's where you can kind of start to see the age. Just in, you know, all the cheaper plastics and just the design of it. Newer BMWs have much bigger screens. They don't have DVD players. You know, this would all be built into the screen in a newer one of these cars. But otherwise, I mean, for being 10 years old, this interior still looks pretty good. So, peekaboo. I don't think it's too outdated looking. It's just, it's a pretty classy interior. I mean, there's nothing to not really like about it. It's even got a panoramic sunroof in it, which is pretty cool for a wagon of this segment. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Perfect for a day like today. But we're gonna close that up because I don't want to mess with that. So overall, I don't mind how this vehicle looks or the features in it. I mean, the screen's a little interesting to use. It's nice, you got this 360 display that'll show like everything around the vehicle. I've been pressing some of these buttons and they're a little confusing to me. It's interesting that your door lock for all your doors is right here. It's kind of a weird placement. You would have thought that was on the door with all the other door buttons. Here's your other options in the vehicle. So pretty standard. I actually like having the buttons, so it's, you know, it's not a downside to me. So let's see if I can navigate this screen with the BMW dial right here. Let's go to the menu, flip through some of the screens. You got radio, you got your telephone. Let's click on telephone. So that's just phone book, phone calls, all that stuff. I'm not set up, so I can't show you guys any of that. Let's see. Here's the navigation. It's nice having this navigation in here. Definitely a big perk of a vehicle like this. You can zoom way in and you can zoom way out. So it's whatever you want to do. There's the CD player. Let's see. Shows your contacts, vehicle info. Let's click on vehicle info and see what's up. So let's see what they're saying the fuel economy is on here. If it'll show it. Efficient dynamics info. I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting looking. Here's settings. It's just time and date, all that stuff. Stuff you don't really care about unless you do own it. And I know the screen's flickering in this video. It's not doing that in person. It's just the refresh rate on this GoPro I have here. So, split screen, change profile. So there's a lot of different options in this thing. It's definitely pretty well equipped, especially for the age. So let's quit messing with that. Here's your different driver's modes. There's your traction control off, your sport, eco mode. I always drive in sport mode. Doesn't matter what vehicle I'm driving. It's maximum fun right there. And then there's your parking assist for all your sensors and stuff. Here's the key fob for the vehicle. Just a typical BMW key fob for the time. Here's your cup holders. And then there's like a little cubby hole right there for, I don't know what you put in there, maybe pennies or dimes, nickels, quarters, car wash quarters put in there. Let's see, here's the center console of the vehicle. It's pretty tiny. It's a really small center console, but it's not a big car either. So let's get this open. There we go. Is there another layer underneath it? There is not. So that's your center console. Really small for the vehicle. Here's your glove box. That's a pretty decent sized glove box. The car's not super big. I mean, I'm only 5'11", and I feel kind of big in this thing. Like I'm on the ground driving it and stuff. It's a fun car. It's a sleek vehicle. It's fun, but it's different. Let's open this vent up here, and that's coming off. That's showing the 10 years of age right there. Quality craftsmanship. I'm not gonna speak on any of that. I guess that's just a quirk of the car. So here's your rear view mirror. So let's get to the back of it and show what the back of this thing looks like. So unlocker right there. Still kind of weird that the main door lock on the vehicle is in the center right there. I don't know. It's interesting. Let's pop the hood up here and check out this beautiful BMW engine. Like I said, it is a 4-cylinder engine that produces 240 horsepower. So, and it's turbocharged. Isn't that fun? So, let's get this popped right up here. Let's see. We do this in one clip. Oh, how do we pop the hood on this thing? Well, shucks. Is it in the grill? Is there a latch right there? Aw. Let's see. I am not feeling it. What the heck? Where's the latch head in this thing? Alright, I'm gonna break out the phone to figure this out. How to Pop 2015. 2015 BMW 328i hood. It's near the driver's footwell. Pull it twice. Okay, so I gotta pull it twice. So you guys can see I haven't reviewed a BMW before. Alright. I just made myself look stupid that I had to look that up, but that's why I'm reviewing it, right? For the fun of it. Look at that engine. This vehicle has about 80 something thousand miles on it. I think it's like 84,000 miles on it. So, I mean, the engine's not too bad looking for all the mileage. I don't know if that engine noise should be that loud. It sounds like maybe a belt or something's kind of loud on this car. Definitely a little louder than I think it would have been in the factory. That thing looks like it's working pretty hard down there, so I'll show you guys all the angles of this. I definitely, buying a car like this, I'd want a warranty on it. Just my opinion. I think it'd be best to get a warranty on a vehicle like this. I wouldn't buy one without a warranty. So, let's see, open this fuel tank. What does it take? Unleaded. Huh, interesting. Look at the nice little defrosters right there. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's get it popped up. Just mind the bird poop on this thing. There's the trunk. Let's show you how big the trunk is. So here it is without this cargo thing in the way. Alright, I'm gonna do the ultimate test right here. Go above and beyond for you guys. So let's see. You can fit in the trunk. There you go. You can fit one 5'11", 200-pound person in the trunk. So, well, now that we've done all that, let's get to the road review. Look at that, just in case. Nice dual exhaust on the left-hand side right there. So, let's get this thing headed out on the road and see what I really think of it. I was driving this around a little bit earlier, and it's not my car, so I'm not gonna beat on it or be rough on it. Not that I want to do that on my car either, but I'm not gonna do any whole shots or anything too crazy. But we will show you this thing getting up to speed and how she is. So let's see. Take her back to the road here. Oh, and there's the gauge cluster right there with the mileage and everything. I wonder if we can change any of the settings on there. Yeah, that's my turn signals right there. You need to know that. And your brights. Here's your wipers. Clean the wipers. Make sure the vehicle's nice and clean so I can see out of it. And see, oh look, we did the rear ones too. So that rear passenger, me, can see out too. There we go. Can't beat that. You got these paddles on the side too, in case you want to shift with those instead of shifting it normally. So, all right. Let's see. How do I turn the wipers off? I've done something. Okay. Are you off? Are you good? No. Okay. This ain't going as planned. How do we turn the wipers off? Okay. I think they're off. I think they're done. Okay. Phew. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to turn the wipers off there for a second. All right, let's get her back to the road and quit messing with all that mayhem. All right, use my turn signal. The turn signal's interesting in this car. You hit it down like that and it goes back up, and that's how you turn. So it's not one of those turn signals that just stays down when you hit it. You gotta bop it and then it goes down. All right, it's a pretty smooth vehicle. The handling, honestly, it handles pretty well. It's not like, you feel a lot of like bumps and stuff in it from what I've seen. I mean, it's a comfy, decently comfy car, but it's also a sporty car, so it does have a stiffer like suspension on it. So, but it is fun. It's more of like a racy kind of punts around vehicle, I'd say, more than it is just a cross-country cruiser. So if you're looking for like ultimate luxury, not feeling any bumpy go over, I wouldn't go for something like this, because you definitely do feel a lot of like the intricate bumps and stuff like that. Otherwise it handles really smooth, takes turns really well, tight and grippy like a sports car. It's basically, if you just took a normal sedan and added a hatch to it. That's the cool thing about this. So it's a sports sedan hatchback thing. I think I said that wrong. It's a sport wagon. There we go. Sport wagon, not a sport hatchback. This isn't a hatchback, it's a wagon. So it's a neat looking car. For being 10 years old, I mean, people aren't gonna know this thing's not a newer BMW, especially if you take care of it and clean it, unlike, yeah, just mind some of the dirt. But it's a really presentable car. It definitely looks newer than it is. You get a lot of looks driving a vehicle around like this. That's majority of what I have to say. I would definitely, if you are interested in a car like this, read up on common issues, etc. I've read that there's numerous things, you know, I mean, when these things get older, obviously it's a 10-year-old car, so you're gonna have to, you know, do some little work here and there, if not bigger work, because it's 100,000 miles. So just keep that in mind. This car is 16 grand with 84,000 miles, which is a huge difference from the MSRP on this thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure this vehicle was a $60,000, $70,000 vehicle when it was new. So definitely a huge difference in price. But just keep in mind, just because the car is older doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper to repair. Even when vehicles age, they still cost as much as they did when they were new to fix. So you got to keep that in mind. You know, this would definitely be a fun extra car, toy kind of vehicle. So I guess you just weigh the pros and the cons and see what works best. You know what I mean? So this is my review of this BMW 328i Wagon. Is it worth it? Yes, I'd say it's worth it if you're looking for a vehicle like this. I'd try and get one with lower mileage, and if you could, get a warranty on it, which is going to cost more. Oh, there's a squirrel. I just avoided hitting him. Didn't want to hit that fella. Definitely, if you're looking for this, test drive one and, you know, see what you think of it, if it's worth it or not. Other than that, I think it's a pretty nice car. It's definitely fun to drive. Would I own one? Maybe. But I don't. So I don't necessarily, I'm not necessarily the biggest into Beamers. I think they're nice and all, but it's not necessarily my type of car. But I mean, if you're looking for something like this, I could see it being your type of vehicle. I just like sitting up higher. You definitely feel like you're on the ground in this car. But hey, it's a wagon sedan thingy. So that was my review of it. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like the video. If you don't, well, tell me what you thought. That's gonna be all for today's video. Peace out.